There we go. Hello, everybody. Greetings. Welcome. Yo, hello, and welcome. I'm Bad Luck, and today we're going to continue to play stories, The Path of Destinies. We are joined by Captain Reynardo, you'll meet him later, a fancy narrator who I think doesn't like me that much, but we'll see. And Colleen as Sapphire Angel Bunny. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, huh?
Pretty decent. It's exceptionally warm here.
Well, yeah, but you live in like the secondary state of hell, so it's fine. It's always warm there.
Yeah, but doesn't mean I enjoy it.
Oh no, nobody should enjoy heat.
Well, I want some warmth. I don't want I step outside, I'm drenched in sweat, and then I go back into my air conditioning.
At least you have air conditioning.
Yeah, Florida didn't have air conditioning. I think most Floridians would have left by now.
No, you're just made of asbestos. You don't particularly need
it. I do.
Now, for those people who are here and will wonder, oh, is there going to be a stream tomorrow? I'm already going to state tomorrow there will not be a stream because my work is having a lovely outing, which is, all fancy and all that. It's also, bring the missus with, so she can't stream in my stead either. And it's going to be till like 1 o'clock after midnight. Until then, I have to drive home. So I'm not going to be on time.
Yeah.
Maybe if I feel like
from your phone.
I mean, I could. We're going to a musical, like a streaming musical, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I could stream how all of my colleagues are getting drunk while I'm the one designated driver.
But you don't really want to drink anyway, so you're
No, I don't drink, so I'm fine. Which is also why they do it. Now, if we people still remember from last time, we have rescued the bunny, we find Zenobia, we've accepted Pino's plan. We did not take Zenobia to the interrogators, because apparently Lapino was a traitor.
Mm-hmm.
And then we find the armature, find the core, find the scientist, and met with Calaveras, lovely frog person. And then I blasted a hole in space-time immediately.
I still like those chances they were talking about. It doesn't work like that. Because there was like so much of a chance.
Yeah, one chance in 128 to destroy the universe. So Reynardo, it meant 127 chances to destroy the Empire. He liked those odds. Well, he rolled that one.
Yep.
So we are going to dive on in and see what else we can do. Because my leg's very warm.
Every child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away. Were all these things the Iblis stone? Long hidden in a buried temple? Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now? Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals?
My shadow's not attached to me. Hey! Welcome, awesome chips. You're good, you're awesome. Welcome. Have fun at work, don't overwork, and you're always welcome here. You can always follow Captain Furry.
It's also weird now that you pointed out to see a shadow.
Yeah, it's not attached to me.
It's a narrator.
Oh, I thought it was like the shadow from Robin Hood. That wasn't attached to him either. If people still remember, we already chose the temple and then we realized what time it was. So we had to stop the stream, but technically we are now at the temple.
Oh, let's go see what the temple will run for.
Remember the hidden sand temple we were at?
Yeah, but I wonder what stories it will tell us.
Oh yeah, me too.
Like, who else is a traitor?
Everyone. Trust no one.
Not even yourself?
Especially not myself.
I mean, with those chances, chance odds with the explosion, yeah, it's probably best not to.
We almost got the water blade, I think.
Yay.
Yeah.
Winter Thorn.
Oh, we need one more ore. Really?
But come in. It's like one more experience to level
Yep.
up.
Reynardo distrusted doors that opened automatically, especially after being buried for millennia. Was this some sort of trap?
You know, that's the smartest thing he's done. Never trust the door, because it's gonna slap behind us. Really one ore and we couldn't find it.
Yep. Oh, probably somewhere in here. We'll get it.
Ah. Come on. Come on. My shield. Explosion noises.
Were already here, cawing in frustration. They were still searching
Like
for a way in.
a
Good. And he hadn't come too late.
I mean, I think we're pretty late. There's ravens already here.
It was time for him to learn something new. He felt bad for people who had to study.
Yeah, to be fair, I also wish I could just go towards an altar and go, I want to learn this.
That would be easier. Because I like learning.
I
just
don't.
don't like learning certain learning styles.
I don't like learning, and I can immediately state that I don't like learning. Unlike the missus behind me who's like, school is so good. And I'm like, nah. No, it's not.
I like learning. I never said I liked school.
He was more and more extraordinary.
I find there's a difference.
Oh, look, one ore.
Wow.
Well, that's all we needed.
Now we just need to level up. I do like the crow design.
Oh, come on, don't all hit me at once. That's bad for my health.
Don't think they care.
One
It's been a
small
while.
step
I actually
for the
forgot how
fox,
to, like,
he
grapple.
thought.
Like, or I guess just trial and error. Since
Think
there's
so.
no consequences to
Well-
dying besides reloading.
I could check the controls really quick. Hold to activate sword. Press to attack. Hold to grab. There we go.
Okay.
So I was doing it correctly. I was just not grabbing.
Oh, that's
Yay!
you too. Yay.
Come here. Come on. See, there we go. Ow.
Unleash your inner Batman skills.
No, I don't have that anymore because he keeps being aimed at the one at the shield. Which I don't want to be aimed at. For some reason the game was like, no, you want to aim at that one. And I'm like, no, I really don't.
Oh, that's why I hate those auto aim. It's like, here's auto aim assist. No.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, I don't need that.
See the other guy.
Because I really...
Especially.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So I really need to like target the ones with the exclamation mark above my head to be able to counter them. And they're like, no, but you want to hit that shield over and over again, even though your sword can't do anything against it.
Yeah, that's why that auto aim assist is it's even worse than hack and slash. Is like, I need to do this. Nope. It's like,
You know,
no.
ore is pretty heavy to carry. You know what's not? A new sword.
I know, and I also know I can make one. We could open that one, or we can go here and do... Oh, I see. Why can't I... There's a workbench there. And I can't
maybe,
actually...
maybe it's ring around? Maybe this
I think
is just
so.
a dead end?
I think so, but you know, they tease you with the fact that you can actually, like,
Yeah.
open it.
There's a chest down there.
Yeah, well, I could try to see if I could fall off of
He was
here,
sort
but...
of yanking his own chain,
No.
wasn't he?
Stop aiming at that one. No! See, this is what I mean with the auto-aim. Fine, I'll go the way I don't want to. There we go. And now I have an ice sword.
Yeah.
So that's what they meant by a firewall. What unlocks a firewall?
A fire sword, for some reason. You'd think like an ice sword would do fire or water.
Yeah, like the opposite effect.
Yeah. Ooh, treasure hunt.
Eh.
Yeet. We can go this way. We can't go back.
Oh well, gives an excuse to go through here again.
Can't open that. Oh, you have that anyway, because as soon as you have like the big mystical sword, you should go back.
So it is nice that they do alternate it some. Like, it's not like you're doing the same thing over and over. There's always a story thing you've unlocked to change the perception of the story.
Yeah.
See, those
Hey,
type of repeats I don't mind.
Can you join up? He dyes his feathers.
Ow.
It didn't automatically try to go for the shield when you were fighting people. For as soon as I say it did, it didn't.
Yep. As soon as you said it did.
Of course.
There we go.
You might want to avoid fire.
Maybe. And pull.
The Ravens, at least, could not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
Meanwhile, I'm just in here.
Well, you're special. You're the protagonist. You're allowed.
Yeah, I'm Captain Reynardo. Ah, ah, ah. That's a long way down.
Yeah. I
Yep.
do like the visual effects in this game.
Oh, me too.
This thing really needed a roof.
Ow. Why was I on fire? That wasn't fair.
If you got in the general vicinity of it, I guess.
I looked at it.
It
Found
was
a rock.
stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light,
Like, ow, my
like
eye.
a void made solid.
Nervous, he picked it up.
Well, that's
Who
not
said
good.
that?
Let's totally believe the void.
It was the stone. Eager. Thirsty.
Well,
That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once, and Reynardo wasn't sure he really wanted to be Emperor. Why not capture the core of Sky Ripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. It's the core, said the stone anxiously.
all right, what do we do?
Let's just go for it without killing.
Yeah, go forth without.
Yeah.
Was it afraid of the
Do you want to kill her?
Shall we do an evil run?
Why not? We did good runs before.
Yeah.
Was he listening to a talking rock?
That's true.
Ah, but the rock had a point. If the stone could truly turn him into a powerful warrior, he could defeat the Emperor with the very weapon the wicked old toad had sought for himself.
To be a hero, you had to sacrifice old friends sometimes. Especially when they've become enemies.
Because, you know, in this run, she's still evil.
That's true.
See, we know better. Technically, that means Reynardo
As
knows
he placed the
better.
impossibly black crystal in his gauntlet, Reynardo had a sudden vision. Charred fields covered in dead ravens below
Uh-oh.
a black sun.
Was it the time of the lost gods before the transcendent emperor? Was it the future? Feed these souls, it whispered. Take the power. He could feel the stone's hunger for souls, its thirst for blood. All right, I get it.
This was going to be interesting.
So we are currently taking orders from a talking rock.
Yes.
All right.
Someone needs a bath.
You probably do too after all the fighting you've done.
Fighting? Nah, we're just collecting souls. That's different. There's a certain hunger within me. And you know what's the worst that can
really
happen?
fun was hooking yourself onto a moving ship.
Tries to take over the world, using you as a catalyst.
Oh, that's fine. I do like the music, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Did the
glory.
game come with this? Did the game come with the soundtrack?
I don't know. I'm hoping so, because I could use this for my D&D.
Because I know lately a lot of like special editions are like, hey, here's the soundtrack.
Yeah, but I don't have the special edition, actually.
Hey.
The ravens on Zenobia's island were no match for Reynardo. They screamed as
Oh.
the stones sucked out their souls. And with each death, he felt stronger.
Oh.
The stone told him.
Well, I mean, it did heal me. I am now
Yeah,
full of
but
health.
I don't think
It
it
would be
works
fun
like
to
that.
try out that one.
In the good way,
And here was a
anyway.
handy workbench.
So to increase chance of rare loot by 1%. Wow!
Wow.
But I'll take it. We can either go the normal way. Oh, we should go the normal way. Aye.
Like, hello, chest. It's like, fuel the powers of the void.
I like the void. That's just basically wind essence, I think.
Ooh, what's there?
Maybe it's corrupted wind essence.
Give it. Lovely. Critical chance, eh? Let me smack all your pots. Yeah. Wah. Rah.
Get some energy and health.
Blast. I really like this game. Also, everything's on fire. Is it just me or?
Worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the
Oh,
core.
chaos,
Could he?
war.
Yeah, he couldn't do worse with Zenobia than he done with the core, and that was a thing that we accidentally like blew up the Earth.
Yeah.
Ah, that's okay though.
Time to go into the sewers.
Yep. Sewer level.
Every game has this one.
Yep, every game needs one.
I always wondered that. Why does every game need, like, a sewer level?
No idea.
He found a Superman issue #1 in mint condition in a jar he'd broken. He planned to keep breaking things until he had the whole series.
Shield breaker gem.
Maybe we should check that out.
I think we
Oh,
can.
we can.
See, there. Uh-oh, but first.
Zenobia was waiting for Reynardo. She was alone, confident as always. Fire danced at the tips of her claws.
Are you here to surrender?
She seemed as cocksure as he felt.
But she didn't know he had the stone. And I've missed you too, love.
He chuckled. She spotted the stone and bolted without another word.
Smart. Alright, so we have another gem. We have shield breaker. Your hits cause shield grunts to drop their shields. Oh, I love that one. What, do we want to get the attack speed or the 1% chance of rare? I'm gonna go for the rare loot, actually.
I mean, you might as well check it out.
Well, I need this special ore. So I'm gonna need the rare loot.
He wasn't that good. Yet.
Yet. Oh, I certainly feel powerful.
Like, you're eating through their shield like it was nothing. Well, something tells me that with this great power comes not so good things.
What? It's usually with great power comes an awesome day job, right? That's how it goes?
No, great responsibility.
Ah.
I almost hit
Finally,
my
Reynardo
headset
caught
off.
up to her. He had never seen her scared before. At school, she'd been the determined, brave one. Now her eyes were wide, frightened.
No,
He
they're
didn't
not
like
in that
seeing her this
picture.
way. Kill her, whispered the stone. You cannot win your rebellion without it. Please. No, said Zenobia. Not that way. Oh, they had been so close once. Could he really feed her soul to his demonic gem? But if he spared her, he would not get the full power of the stone. Oh, how could he be the hero he wanted to be?
Okay. We're going full evil.
Well, let's go.
We're being controlled by the
With a
stone.
flick of his wrist, he slashed
Maybe next
Zenobia's
playthrough we can
throat.
figure out the stone was really
Her
evil and
eyes
reverse and do
widened
the goodness.
even more. And then the light went out of them. Reynardo felt amazing. Power was rushing into him like water from a burst dam. Oh, such brilliance. Exulted the Iblis stone. Tasty.
Ooh.
Reynardo returned to the
Tasty.
Farfair and set a course for the Nexus. The Empire had a communication outpost there. He could call the Emperor directly.
It was time to seize the outpost and let the Emperor know what he had done.
So far, none of these times we've actually been like faring on our own power, right?
The Nexus was beautiful. He'd never realized how beautiful. Everything glowed. The wind was so sweet. The sun so soft. The stones so warm. The black raven feathers. Black feathers. Suddenly, his eyes are filled with them. He's falling through smoke under a dead sun. A voice calls him home. Is this a vision? Whose? Is this the time of the lost gods? Or the future? No matter. What mattered now was killing his way to the Imperial outpost and challenging the Emperor from there.
Ooh.
Interrupted story time! Caught the lead, Raven. Now I'll never find out how it ended!
That's kind of sad. I interrupted their story time.
But,
I
well,
would
you are evil.
Yeah, I would feel bad if I wasn't evil.
But you gotta leave one or two alive so they can spread your story of great
No,
power.
no, I don't. I don't have to leave anyone alive. You see, that's been the mistake of
always a
evil
rush.
people. They leave people alive. And an alive person is a person who can narc on you.
I mean, eventually, if you're just going to do that, you'll be the only person around. Then what can you do?
Become a necromancer and get more people. Also, that shield breaker module is amazing. Shield guys always give me like some trouble.
It's like the game was like, oh, you're having trouble with these guys. Here.
I think you get the module from breaking so many shields or doing stuff, you know? Or
Up
finding a
ahead
particular...
was Lapino.
Oh,
What was he doing here?
I'm guessing we're going to not go along with this plan.
Hey there, old buddy. Please don't kill me. Why would I kill you? Asked Reynardo, although he had been thinking about it. Well, you've become... no, I mean, no disrespect at all here. Kind of evil? Maybe you should, I don't know, go to the mountains to have a think? See if maybe you're sure the stone is not all that healthy a thing to keep? I suppose you wanted, Reynardo said, and poked Lapino in the chest for emphasis. Oh, had he just killed Lapino? Oh, damn it.
people keep falling asleep around me. I don't know what happens. Oh well, next.
Imagine if you built a house on one of these things. Oh, that would be amazing. It would be like having a boat.
Well, yeah, you could just have your skyboat. Anyway, so Lapino's dead. Eh. Yeah, how many things do we actually need for the evils? I mean, for this sword?
Like,
Ooh.
He stabbed you in the back. Now it's time for you to stab him in the back pretty comfortably.
It wasn't
No, I
his
stabbed
fault.
him in the front.
They looked so breakable.
Oh, I'm just going by the term. You probably didn't expect it.
I do feel very strong suddenly.
Yeah, I can see how play is going. Like before you were doing well, but you could struggle a little bit. Now this is just like, you're just cutting through them like a knife butter.
Reynardo rampaged through the Imperial outpost like a water buffalo rampaging.
That is what they do.
At the last moment, he remembered not to kill the Far Speaker Toad. After all, he wanted a word with the Emperor. But there was only silence. The Emperor was scared, like little girl. Well,
Like
he
little
would gather the
girl.
rebel army and slaughter the Imperial fleet. Applauded the Iblestone. Tremendous.
It's a very good stone, you know.
Then
It's
the
very
Emperor
supportive.
would have to answer his Far Speaker, wouldn't he?
Totally.
Who are you? Asked a distant voice that sounded uncomfortably like Zenobia. What have you become? The mountains. Go to the mountains, urged another that sounded a bit like Lapino.
All right. We can either go to the mountains and listen to the voices, or have a job to do. A war to
Well,
win.
It sounds like you're going that path.
I'll
war to
let
win.
you choose this one. So yeah, we can like win a war, or we can be a monk.
Oh, stop the flickering. Oh. Oh, with how your mindset is going, it just sounds like, just continue on. Don't listen to the voices.
I mean, I listen to the voices. You know, the one, the black one.
Called the Rebel Council to let them know to gather their forces. Then he killed the Far Speaker Toad. Why? Well, because to make sure his sword was sharp. Oh no, that's awful. So no one else could use it. Yes, that's it. Then he set off for the ruins and the secret rebel base.
Let's see what's out there. Set foot on every land in Boreas.
The
Ooh.
ruins were crawling with ravens. Probably looking for the secret base, Reynardo thought. But then he realized they're probably looking for me. They must be very scared of me. Well, here I am. You are the honest warrior ever, whispered the Iblestone. And he had to agree with it, for once. Who was as good as Reynardo?
That's a good question. Why do I have a feeling that the things I see aren't the things I see?
There was a cat in this one. And
I
something
wouldn't
useful.
doubt it. You're actually destroying the rebels.
Yeah. Let's see. Use altar. Increase maximum sword energy is good. Increase maximum. Yeah, I could use some more stamina
Cool.
actually.
Wish I could do that.
For moral penis.
Huh? Yeah, just for more dash. So I can kill them fast. I mean, so I can go to other locations quick and with style. We are not in the job of killing everything we see, but I am about to murder everything I meet. It's for their own good. That's what good people often say, right? To convince each other? That it's for their own good?
Yeah.
Even our dash is all fiery. You guys want to go? Sure. Did you just hear an evil laughter, or was that just me?
I heard it too.
Urge the stone. Let it make you Emperor. Come to think of it, Reynardo thought as he put down another raven, why shouldn't I be Emperor? How did anybody get to be Emperor anyway? By making war. Oh, I mean, not counting the transcendent Emperor, obviously, who had banished the lost gods and started time. Yes, he should be Emperor. He would make a great Emperor. Right, Stone? Oh, right, boss.
Can I take these flat? Oh.
Anyone ever tell you you have a lovely eye? No?
I just killed one straight on. I mean, it did hurt me.
I don't think it matters much anymore.
I feel so strong. I'm just healing a little, or at least trying to. There we go.
As for the gate, well, he could take her or leave her. Sorry. It's best I could do.
Really, narrator? Really? A pun?
I mean, hasn't he thrown puns at us before?
Not like this. You should know better than to attack Transcendent Reynardo.
He's using puns now because he's trying to deal with the fact that you're evil.
There's nothing to deal with.
I think this is yours, said Reynardo, but he couldn't hear his enemy's answer.
Come on.
Like he's watching you take the evil path.
Well, so are you, and you don't mind.
No. But I make puns all the time regardless.
Yeah, that's true. You know, there's a gate I can finally open here, because I have this pokey stick. Poke!
Or I could go that way, he thought.
And we will. There seems to be a chest
Great
here.
causes.
Must pretend I'm Link. There we go. Shield breaker level 2.
Wow, the game really wants you to be OP with shield breaking.
Well, to be fair, breaking shields, the shields are what usually like cocks me over. So I do like getting shield breakers.
Oh yeah, I just find it funny. It's like, you're OP, here's more shield breaker.
Reynardo strode into the council.
Let's do this thing. Let's make me Emperor.
They looked confused and nervous. Ah, had he mentioned the Emperor thing? Yeah, he meant to bring that up later.
I mean, let's go win this rebellion.
He waved his sword around encouragingly. They ran. Cowards. He'd stop them. He cut down a few to inspire the others. But soon, there was no one to cut down. Well then, he'd have to attack the fleet alone.
More for me,
He said, unless it was the stone that said it.
traitors. Traitors, all of them. They'd run rather than following him, rather than cheering him. What should he do to the cowards? Anything he wanted to. After all,
He was a true hero, the best warrior there ever was. No one could stop him now.
Well,
But first, finish him. The Emperor.
thank you.
Uh-huh.
Finish him. The rebellions are all just cowards.
Where was the rebel fleet? They weren't even trying an assault. They were going to miss a day in history. The downfall of this dynasty, and a new one to take its place. He didn't have to kill all the ravens. He could enslave them.
Oh, good,
And
slavery.
enslave the toads too. All the animals would worship him as a god. For he had once been a god. They would willingly give him their blood and their souls. And the world would change. Would become familiar again.
Well, that's...
This escalated.
Yeah, doesn't sound good. Oh, well, what's the worst that can happen? I would be here with an army, but the cowards didn't show. And it's absolutely not because I murdered every single one of them, mind you.
Totally not.
I'll do it myself.
Ooh. The portal that led right into the middle of the fleet. It was a glaring weakness in the defense.
Ooh, a chest.
Like, ooh, loot. Could you imagine evil voice? Ooh, loot. And then goes back to evil voice.
Of course. I can also just do it in the evil voice. Ooh, a chest. Now, let us continue on to the portal. We've been in
gonna
this
bring
fleet
boxes.
before. Ooh, boxes. You're very right. Other voice in my head. Boxes are there to be broken. You're always so kind
Maybe
to
you'll
me.
find another.
Reynardo really
Maybe
hated
you'll find
inanimate
another
objects.
Superman volume.
So like sometimes Reynardo really hated inanimate objects.
Yeah.
Yeah, we almost have enough ore for like the other sword.
Probably have to do another round to get it.
Probably, but it's kind of fun.
Oh yeah. Kind of cool seeing like, oh no, I remember these things. Oh no, I remember these things.
Okay, let's make this quick. I'm on my break in literally 2 minutes.
No. I will be your downfall. Which, you know, to be fair, being a downfall this high,
No, I don't want that.
that's all we actually have. Probably still not enough.
The platform
Probably
used a
not.
hybrid propulsion system fueled by anti-gravity and wishful thinking.
I still like anti-gravity and
Reynardo
wishful thinking.
was glowing with dark power. Already the sun had dimmed. He could do anything, he realized. He could wrap the island safely in smoke again. He was beyond a hero. He was going to become a god again. How odd, he thought, that the Iblis Stone had nothing to say about any of this. Well, no matter.
Once he killed this
I
petty
think
toad
because
emperor,
you are
he
the
would bring back
stone.
the Black Sun.
Yeah, he'd bring back. He could do smoke
Hoped his
again.
hook didn't break.
Mm-hmm.
Come
Oh
on.
my god, again.
Reynardo can't be that dumb.
Apparently he is.
To be fair, he's being controlled by a rock. I always knew rocks were dangerous. Ever since my teacher told me not to fling them at other people.
Oh, rocks aren't inherently bad. It's how you use the rock.
Well, I used the rock very good. And at high velocity.
I just like gathering rock.
Somewhere in the house there's a rock actually upstairs in here as well that Lindsay painted. Painted rock is good.
Oh. Pet rock.
Cat rock technically, because I think she painted a cat on it.
Oh.
Now where is this
Soon he'd
emperor?
confront the
Ooh.
Emperor.
Ooh.
Funny that this whole war had come about because the Emperor feared death. And now it was coming for him. There was some sort of lesson there, wasn't there?
Ow! How dare
You
you!
just hit me.
That's cool.
Well, that's one way to enter a ship.
Yeah, that's a really cool way of entering a ship. Let us go forth and meet the Emperor.
He found the Emperor and the Council huddling by his ship, plotting. They saw him and cowered before him.
Back to hell, fiend.
Croaked the Emperor desperately.
In the name of the Transcendent Emperor.
Croaked the speaker.
Voice.
They held some arcane items he didn't recognize. He simply flexed his will and sucked their souls out of their bodies.
Oh dear.
And Iblis exulted. It is finished. And the void that had been a mere stone on a sword expanded. It stretched and ripped like a vast womb. And a gaze, black and pitiless as the sun, passed through the void into the land. And so time ended. And just like that, he was alive again, and back on the Farfarer, still fleeing burning Ubar. The book was still open before him. So, the book was a portal. It took you to the future, when your destinies would branch. He had failed and died 3 times, but he'd learned another true thing. The Iblis Stone was evil.
Really?
It would try to corrupt anyone who used it.
No, I didn't realize that. Why didn't it say something? You know, I didn't realize the Iblis Stone was evil, otherwise I would have never done any of this. Naturally.
But he was starting to feel like he was getting the hang of this. There was
This
a
time
way
you
through
can make
to
the decision,
victory.
Seth.
He could feel it. He just had to
I'll
keep
try to see.
running
I
the
want to
path
see a
of
different
destinies.
combo.
With that,
Yeah, go for it.
the book fluttered back to the beginning,
I'm just waiting.
and he fell into it. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Reynardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Reynardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Reynardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
I wonder if there's any way to redeem him.
Who knows? It's up to you.
Is it bad? I want to try to go after the Ibis stone again, but say F you.
Up to you.
Let's do it.
So you want to go again to the temple?
The island
Yeah.
was windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters. The Iblis stone. It would whisper promises in his ear, offer him power for blood. But this time,
'Cause we never actually
Reynardo
went
was
on a
sure he
route
could master it.
that we've already done. So,
Reynardo went ostrich hunting.
and we now know about the Evil Stone.
Every child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away. Were all these things the Iblis stone? Long hidden in a buried temple, another ancient item that was only resurfacing now, drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals?
Maybe, right?
Yeah. Let's go see.
Also, this does give us more
This
ore.
is why heroes are called dashing, Reynardo thought. See? Dashing? Get it?
Boy.
I love the Void Blade. I do like how it looks.
Oh yeah, it's pretty.
To be fair, my favorite sword in looks is this one.
I like the ice one, but then again, I like ice weapons.
Oh, just cause shape.
The face, I like the shape of this one, but I like the blade on the other one.
With the cracked blade on the ice?
Yeah, that looks cool. Though I don't like that face on it. The face is weird.
And this is just a big, massive slab of sword. Always a good design.
I mean, it worked.
It's always a good design. It's nice and shiny. Yeah, I've always liked these designs. This one as well. So. Oh yeah, gems. Shield breakers now. Oh, still heals up and take damage.
Time to open some doors.
I mean, if we're gonna go after an evil purple stone, we might as well use an evil purple blade.
Yeah. Fit the aesthetic.
What was
Exactly.
he doing here? The last time, the stone had fought him for possession of his own soul.
That is true, Saf. What are we doing here?
Trying to like maybe stop the stone from being evil.
Whoa.
This void blade is so cool in the fighting style.
Yep, but
No
I'm gonna
buffing
need.
for you.
I'm gonna need a new. I'm gonna need some more power.
Ravens were already here, cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. Then he hadn't come too late.
Void blade's really good. What we need is more sword
Every day
magic.
was getting better and better.
Ah. We're having the Mass Effect error. It's one button for everything.
Don't you love it?
Because the Void Blade actually speeds up using its energy. So you can have a massively good speedy attacks.
But then your stamina is gone.
Yeah, it's the sword's power. The hero sword. Damn it. I keep accidentally doing a finisher on the bomb boys. You don't want to do that.
No.
Oh, it's okay. Got it. But yeah, also for the people who are watching or who are later watching,
Well,
after...
they really needed to redecorate anyway.
That's true. After we do this, and we finish with Mass Effect, I'm thinking of streaming Final Fantasy 15 after Mass Effect. Thought it would be cool.
Yeah. Then I can actually see more of the story.
Exactly. Plus a friend of mine really was like, ooh, I'd like to see that Final Fantasy. Could you stream that? I'm not sure.
For a little exploration.
Oh, no breaking of the pots?
Nah. Find the stone. You've been chosen in this critical mission for your ability to follow orders to the letter without question. Do not believe the naysayers. Your score in intelligence test is only proof that you are better geared than anyone else to follow orders. Take pride in knowing that I, your Emperor, have handpicked you for this mission. Follow the instruction to the letters. Always travel in pairs. Do not look at the engravings on the wall. Do not lose the heretic boxes. If you find the stone, immediately place it in the box and seal it. If you hear a voice in your head, ignore it. Remember, the temple is haunted, obviously. This is an old temple dedicated to an old evil god. There were blood sacrifices. Of course it will be haunted. Ignore the voice in your head. And remember, ghosts cannot hurt you, but they will try to confuse you. When you hear a voice, take the drowsy pill. If you meet another soldier in stone, it is not in the hermetic box. Immediately spray them with drowsy gas. Find the stone. Put it in a box, seal it in a box, and most importantly of all, find the stone. Signed, the Emperor. So we need to find a batch of the drowsy gas. Pot.
Oh, you break those pots. The other pots were lucky.
Yeah, I couldn't resist this one. After reading about some stone and drowsy gas, I needed some action. Also, apparently, we didn't have the ice sword last time we came here. Oh no, because we needed one more ore.
Yeah.
Wait, can I go the other way? Ow!
Apparently not, and you got flames for it.
This time I learned from my mistakes and I did not immediately go for a finisher. Ow! I tried to block that. Apparently I horrifically failed, naturally, but I tried to block it.
Oh, this really didn't have much in the way of safety features, did it?
Well, no. Come on. Come on. Whew. You know, I miss the stone. I miss having that much power.
Yeah. So it was a bad thing to get it that early, because now you have a taste for it.
Ooh, you didn't find those every day.
Actually, we found like a lot of gems constantly.
Yeah. Have we actually
There
really
had to be
gotten
some way
reviewed
to
that
use
much?
the Iblis stone. It was old, wasn't it?
Hold up.
People are so much cleverer now. And Reynardo was pretty sure he was cleverer than most people.
What did you say?
Oh, brain function. I gotta remember what I.
We were talking about
Have
the
we
gems.
actually gotten? Have we actually gotten really good drops from that gem yet, or not?
I mean, our shield breakers leveled up. Because if you find another one of it, they level. So I think that's a good one.
So that one, oh, imagine if you could get that stone leveled up, that you get some better percentages.
Yeah, I'm hoping for.
I wonder how many times you'd have to play to get that chance.
Me too, actually.
Sometimes, all you know is what you know. You know?
Yeah, I do. Haha. I mean, we will first look for more. Now. Well, we can't go there. But we now have this magic stick, so we can open this magic gate with the magic stick.
I wonder what's going to be behind this door.
Use sword to open each kind of different door. Well, it is a way back, so it's probably treasure and a fight.
This could be the new aerobics craze. Am I right?
No, you're not. We found critical chance level up. You know, with that little stone, the only thing I could think of is return the slab. Good old Courage, the very, very brave doggo.
Oh, I have not watched that show until I remember being so freaked out by it as a kid.
Yeah, it was a weird show.
It was hard for me to watch as a kid because of my overactive imagination with that stuff.
No, I get that.
But I liked how it was done.
Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
All right. Well, you chosen this path. Let's see how right you are.
Let's go. I mean,
I am
eventually
going.
we'll have to do these type of things.
I know. Yeah, I am going. Don't worry about it.
Reynardo hated cannon traps. Also, who reloaded these things anyway? He never figured that part out.
I figured, why would I put the walls up when I could just be faster than them? Alright, shall we?
Yep.
It was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up. I can make you mighty. Who said that? Give me blood. It was the stone, eager, thirsty. Kill the Emperor's daughter. That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once.
And he had a sneaking suspicion the gem would try to control him.
Why not capture the core of Sky Ripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the Transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. It's the core, said the stone anxiously.
But even though Reynardo knew how evil the gem was,
Ooh.
he had a clever plan for dealing with it.
Can we do that one?
Yeah, absolutely. You're up to you, so.
Let's go.
He had a clever plan, the power without its evil, but Reynardo's clever plans did have the tendency to backfire. Well, let's
The gem
backfire.
could give great power, but it was evil. But Reynardo had a plan. He would divide the stone into the power half and the evil half. He sought out the sage Calaveras.
Oh, you need a mirror of splitting.
Croaked Calaveras.
I can make one.
Calaveras set up various shiny things. And soon Reynardo was setting the stone down in the middle of Calaveras' lab. There was a flash, and now Reynardo was looking at himself. Except with a mustache and a goatee and darker hair. There were 2 Iblis stones, one light and one dark. Reynardo took the light one. He felt a rush of great power. Now I could defeat the Emperor. Wait a minute. Unfortunately, he couldn't think of any way to use it without hurting someone. That wouldn't be nice. Give me that, said his evil-looking twin. And he drew his sword. He only got it halfway out of the scabbard when he fainted from the effort. Obviously, neither weak, evil Reynardo nor powerful, nice Reynardo was any threat to the Empire. After the Emperor's victory, they were exhibited in a museum until time ended, which was soon after. He had tried something bold and paid the price for it.
Wow.
I did not expect
Every child
that.
could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls.
And now it starts us here.
A ruby that drank blood. A jewel only a righteous man
So,
could give away.
you killed
Were
us.
all these things the Iblis stone?
I thought he would have some
long hidden
footing
in
more
the buried
than
temple.
I
Another ancient
died.
item that was
Nope.
only resurfacing now. Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals.
But we have another option.
Yep,
Unless there's a new unlock after that.
probably is.
Okay, I haven't even... Would it be kind of funny? I have an even better plan.
Yeah, let's split it into 4.
Reynardo checked for a false compartment. Nope.
Got a new gem though. What do we got? Oh yeah, critical chance level 2. 15%.
Ooh.
I kind of want to see, because we currently have like attack speed by 10%, and I do like that one.
Also, real quick, my Finch came back from his adventure. Well, now he likes Doctor Who.
Ooh, cool.
Man, I've barely watched Doctor Who.
Also, this sword now does something different, by the way.
What was he doing here?
Huh. What does this sword
Last
do?
time, the
Well-
stone had fought him for possession of his own
Originally, this blade, when you activate it, you gain health back on kills, I thought it was. On like hits.
Yeah.
Now you just activate it to gain health back over time, which, to be fair, is better. Oh my god.
soul. Everybody who wants to die, raise your weapon. All right.
Is it me or is that something Robin Hood would say? Everyone who wants to die, raise your weapons.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that could have gone horribly.
Nope.
The ravens were already here, cawing in frustration.
Yeah, your Finch now likes Doctor
Searching
Hoot.
for a way in.
Yes.
Good. Then he hadn't come too late.
Because he saw a police box and thought of the TARDIS.
When Reynardo went to the china shop, for some reason the owner was always nervous.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Hmm.
When Reynardo went to the China shop, for some reason the owner was always nervous. Ow! They killed me. I've
That was
died.
fast. And not because of a story plot line.
Oh, I just died. I died because of bird.
Death by bird.
Ow.
Smelt burnt fur.
Yep.
Is
Again, I
Damn.
finished the exploding dudes. I shouldn't do that.
Nah.
But yeah, now it does
Okay,
this.
let's- Oh.
the mysterious sword from the east made you so fast you could catch a fly with your chopsticks.
There we go. Ah,
Have you ever felt you were just going round in circles? Reynardo felt like that.
oh. I spun in circle and I got an achievement.
That's actually really cute how, like, there's certain little actions you can do that under normal circumstances, nothing would happen. Meanwhile, in this game, narrator, he likes to do this.
Yeah, but also I gained an achievement for it.
Oh.
I got an achievement for spinning in circles. That, we've been through the ice door, and we've also... Oh yeah, remember I tried to go through there, but we couldn't.
Okay, I didn't know if there was something behind that door again.
The last time we've been through the ice
okay.
door, so this time we're gonna go through here. I'm gonna stab it. This is the time with the first one. I know.
I wonder how you get down there.
Poles, exactly. Parking meters from the time of the lost gods?
Is there anything worth going the other way?
I mean, we're gonna go the other way anyway. This is just to get this chest, I think. See? I mean, I could just skip this whole thing. Oh. Elemental resistance, level 2. But let's try. Oh yeah, see?
Oh, it's just another, okay.
Oh, and this is where the other door is.
Way to use the Iblis stone.
See?
It was old, wasn't it? People are so much cleverer now. And Reynardo was pretty sure he was cleverer than most people.
Come here with your shield. Nobody likes you.
A chest
Give me your
that
chest.
shiny deserve to be opened.
Ooh. That's what I really would like.
Now we just need to find a workbench.
Yep, as soon as we find a workmate. That's actually the one. I would take my loot or my attack speed away for that one.
Well, what do you think's more effective?
Well, to be fair, if I have energy like that, I can keep this speed up constantly.
Well, what do you think is more worth? Because I'm like, the loot thing is nice,
Both crashes have a more fun.
but you're doing pretty well, all things considering. It's probably best to switch that out so you get maybe like a higher % chance of drop rate.
Probably. I was thinking of the attack
Raiders
speed actually,
could
but
not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
I love that so far in this entire episode we've been in one temple.
But we're finding out more story.
We are. Let's see. I don't use the hook that often. I could go for maximum health or slow down time.
Nice. That could be useful.
Let me heal just a little bit, because... I love how he's also standing like, uh-oh. I'm nearly dead and we're gonna go through here.
If he was a weapons engineer, Reynardo would make the cannonballs go much faster. And fire randomly, obviously.
Obviously. I'm glad they
It
didn't.
was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid.
Let's see what choices we get this
Nervous.
time.
He picked it up.
Would it be
Who said
funny?
that?
Oh, it's you again.
Yeah. Ugh, you again.
It was the stone
eager, thirsty. Kill the Emperor's daughter. Now you, Emperor. That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once.
And he had a sneaking suspicion the gem would try to control him.
Why not capture the core of Skyripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the Transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. But the core, said the stone anxiously.
Ew. Okay.
What you want?
But even though Reynardo knew how evil the gem was, he had a clever plan for dealing with it.
Well,
Well,
this
let's-
kills us.
Yeah, so let's try the core.
You want to go after the core now?
Yeah.
Certainly.
The stone bothered him. He hated being told what to do. Wasn't that why he joined the rebellion? Wasn't that why he'd refused to be a soldier? He'd agreed to come on board only if he could freelance.
The stone felt a bit clingy, and he had a feeling it did not have his best interests at heart. The sage Calaveras had told him where to find the Skyripper, a weapon capable of challenging the gods. Even without its armature, the core would still possess great power.
He would go there.
I wonder if we still have the core with us, though.
The moment he landed the Farfarer, Reynardo had a rare feeling of regret. It's not too late, he thought. He could turn around and sail for Zenobia's island. He frowned. Wait a minute. He didn't want to kill Zenobia, did he? Sure, technically she was the enemy, but they'd been at Sword Fu school together. They'd never been lovers, but somehow they'd been closer. She'd told him every secret about herself. Except the biggest one. That she was the Emperor's daughter. No. Kill Zenobia, whispered the stone. Before it's too late.
You couldn't go sticking jewels in your gauntlet just anywhere. What if you dropped one and broke
Alright.
it?
So we have now the
Luckily,
energy on kill.
There was a bench right here.
Yeah.
Feel kind of bad that I didn't go through the ice door when I got the chance, but you know.
Oh, we can always replay this. Yeah, I don't know how much you want to repeat certain stuff.
Well, I mean, I'm trying not to repeat too much in the same episode, naturally. But like you said, eventually we're gonna have to. Especially if this happens. I think it's because I don't hold my joystick in the proper direction.
Possible.
Do we still have, like, the good gems? Yeah. Wow, it gives us, by the way, 3% of the energy back. Be gone with your shield. Nobody likes shield people. I'm healing without using the sword. So I have the power stone equipped, but we're not going after
There
Zenobia.
was something
Yeah.
sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
He was practically sure he'd find something useful in one of these things.
I'm not. Oh dear.
Guess
Oh.
you just have to avoid these guys.
I do. It helps that we now have the fast sword. It also helps that I can out of this.
The stone hadn't lied about what it could do for him. With each raven he cut down, he felt a jolt of power flowing into his arm.
They just having mini heart
Whispered the
attacks.
stone. Are you afraid of it? Don't be ridiculous. It chuckled. But it's unstable. It will poison you if someone just carry it. And if you try to use it, it will explode catastrophically. Reynardo did not trust rocks that talked in his head. He went onwards.
Onwards to being lost.
And you know what? And you wonder, is it
What else could you
lying
hook?
because it always usually lies? Or is it just scared of it? So you think it's still lying even though it's genuinely scared?
Who knows?
We'll see.
Take that, and this, and one of these, and that, and
I
up.
must get that chest.
Hey, look, a chest. It houses the critical chance gem. Find a level 3 gem. We don't even have critical chance equipped, do we?
No.
I'm never usually much for like crit builds.
I mean, it depends, I guess. I like overall
Of course there
damage
was a
more
puzzle.
than a crit chance.
You couldn't
I'd
expect
rather
a
just be able to
transcendent emperor
hit.
to bury a god's eye in a leather sack where anyone could pick it up.
Right. Yeet. To be fair, I could have just not done the puzzle and just yeeted my way through the entire area. But you know, puzzles.
I mean, it's good to try them list once.
Exactly. I feel very strong. And yet, I don't feel that evil. Are we about to resist it?
As he approached the
Maybe.
core, the stone became hysterical. No, it's too much power. We will rip a hole in space and time.
He had a sudden vision of plunging his gauntlet into the core and dying in anguish. That wasn't his vision, was it? The stone had sent him its darkest fears, hadn't it? He had a sudden impulse to do exactly that. He raised his right fist and plunged it into the core. There was a rush of light. He thought he could hear the stone screaming. And then he passed out.
When Reynardo came to, the core was gone. But the Iblis stone was no longer black, but glowing with a blue light.
And it was silent. "I can't hear you," he sang out, and "You?" It didn't answer. "Ha!" he said.
He had defeated the demonic gem with the power of his mind.
Oh yeah,
He
no,
felt
his mind.
invincible. It was time to
yes.
attack the Imperial outpost on the Nexus. Take the battle to the enemy. But among the huge crystals, there was also an observatory. A wise man would probably ask the scientists exactly what he had first. How wise was he?
Alright. Full on attack, go to the frogs. What will we do?
We took the frog.
Yeah, you want to go to the frogs?
Yeah, we have a new power source for that they can do.
As the Farfarer made its way toward the Nexus, Reynardo watched sparks fly out of the core. The Iblis stone sucked them in hungrily. You'd think the stone would want this kind of power, wouldn't it? Thought Reynardo. Well, the scientists would explain it all.
This time, Reynardo was sure he'd figured out how to use the core safely.
Also, the subtitles for the Iblis Stone Wants It Hungrily weren't correct.
Yeah.
And I couldn't read it. I couldn't read it in time. But
See? He'd trusted his gut, and it had worked out. That's what it meant to be a hero.
To ignore the naysayers and the odd makers and do what you knew was right and have it turn out to be the right thing. Well, he wasn't worried. Once he got to the observatory, the scientist toads could explain it. Then he could carry the war into the enemy's camp and destroy them all. Oh dear, he was getting a little bloodthirsty, wasn't he?
Wait, are we still bloodthirsty? That's not supposed to happen that way. We're supposed to be fixing
Good thing
bloodthirstiness.
Reynardo didn't have vertigo.
You're becoming a vampire.
An energy vampire. Oh no, I'm becoming Colin. I'm gonna have a mindset like my good friend Colino. Let me poke this door. We can now. Poke.
Wonder what's behind this door.
Probably nothing of importance. Well, there's a way we can't go back, so it is a way forward.
Pylons he could use the hook on. They really needed to construct additional pylons.
We need additional pylons. I think that's an XCOM reference or whatnot.
Ah, okay.
We need additional pylons.
I'm not very good with XCOM stuff.
Oh, no, you don't. Hiya! Yeah, wah, rah.
I really like the effect on the crystals.
Boy, someone has spent a lot of money for a graduation present.
So physical resistance.
Reynardo had never felt better in his life. Normally, a battle would wear him down and he would need a night's sleep. Now he felt like he could go all night and all day. He felt like people were cheering him on, and he could practically hear their applause as he slew one raven after another.
Oh, we missed the chest.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
By the time I was gonna say something, you were on the platform. It's like, oh,
Yeah, I was
okay.
listening to the narrator.
The Imperial fleet was closing in on the rebels, forcing them to come out and fight. Reynardo was itching to bring the fight to the enemy. He had to remind himself not to be too reckless.
Uh-oh.
Where was a workbench when you needed one?
Well, here.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Resisted the physical damage by 20%, which could be good, or we can boost our... have a 20% chance to deal double the damage.
Well, I guess you're more likely to get hit.
I'm trying not to, but, you know.
Oh, well, you know the game with targeting. Well, you could just switch between them and see which one you would rather have.
I think I'd rather have this one. The 1%'s been doing so far very good for us on the amount of...
Reynardo was no physicist, but he could have sworn something was wrong with the trajectory of these cannonballs.
Now the 1%'s been doing very good for us in the finding of gems.
Your luck has secretly boosted it.
Also, very weird and a bit side tangent, but apparently Gavin and Jeff from Achievement Hunter had a video up and about that they went to the old achievement city in Minecraft.
Man, I haven't watched Achievement Hunter in a long time.
Yeah, us neither, but you know, Lindsay watched like the original achievement city from Minecraft. So watching them go back to it is kind of nice.
I've been watching Jaffa Factory 2.
I haven't watched much of that yet.
I didn't follow Duncan before, and I was having trouble like trying to keep up with the
Wish that
videos and
somebody had been
searching
watching.
for them. So I just followed Duncan for at least that.
Yeah, I've been following Duncan for a while now. Duncan's kind of nice with some of the things he has. All right.
It's like, ooh,
I think Reynardo is getting a bit full of energy.
just a tad. He's very blue.
He is. You know what this game could have? I know not every game can, but this game should have like a Twitch integration. Having the people vote for what you pick.
Maybe they could get it
The toads at the
implemented later if they
observatory
get
measured
enough
the stone with their
interest.
occult devices. I fed it the core of Sky Ripper, explained Reynardo. No more feed blood and souls.
But the core is not an unlimited energy source.
Said one toad. Another said,
There's a feedback loop, you see, which could overload the stone. The stone doesn't actually feed on souls,
claimed a third.
but on pain of killing another sentient being. If you can truly be at peace with yourself, it would not overload.
This was all very confusing. At peace? Yes, the mountains were peaceful and quiet, but he now had the power to turn the tides. He should report to the Rebellion Council and prepare for the decisive battle.
So, it's up to you. Fight some peace and quiet,
Okay.
then go back to the fray? Or just immediately start slaughtering everything and do a feedback loop and kill everyone?
Oh, let's go to the first one.
You wanna,
At peace.
you wanna meditate?
Yes.
Inner
The
peace.
one thing he understood from all the toad arguments. Maybe the stone did not feed on blood, or souls, or rage. It fed on empathy. It fed on the pain he felt when he put an end to another being's existence. Even if that other being was a raven intent on killing him. If he could find peace, then he could use the power of the Ibla stone without being taken over by its evil.
Yes, that was the way to defeat the Iblis Stone.
The mountains. He would go to the mountains. He could find peace there. Unfortunately, the mountains were not empty. There were ravens everywhere. No matter. He had to fight, yes, but he didn't have to be angry. Parry, dodge, slash, and breathe. Yes, focus on the rhythm, the dance of it, not on the blood or the raven's core as they died. It was working. He wasn't feeling those dark jolts of eldritch energy. He wasn't feeding the Iblis stone.
Well, that's good. Now I need some more essence and some more ores. Currently have 69 ores. Nice.
Oh, let's see how this will go.
I'm really curious how this will go.
No one could beat Reynardo at hot potato.
Ah. Oh, there's some more of yours.
Yay. Man, hot potato. The only time I actually know that is from the York's cast in their Trouble in Terrorist Towns. I've never actually played anything like that.
If I played Hot Potato, it was like eons ago when I was a child.
There we go. And breathe. That was it, right? Focus on the parry, the slash thing. Also, all the music is gone. This is odd, and I don't like it.
There was an
You're
inscription.
so calm, you're not allowed to
Praise
think of
the
music.
sun.
Praise the sun. Apparently, there was an inscription. Praise the sun.
path.
Have we praised the sun? Okay, there's an ice door. And we now have an ice stick. So we could stick the sword at the door. Burp.
Take that door.
Watch out. Take that. Whoop. There we go. Easy does it. Come on, Reynardo. Stay focused. Don't become angry. If you become angry, you might, you know, kill the world. Can I just... Oh. I wanted to see if I could make it immediately, but apparently the game auto aimed me at the one closest.
Because I think it's just too far.
I can still look, because normally I could even aim at sometimes at things that are off the screen. This time I will go for this one. Haha. And with this, as soon as we have 100 ore, we can upgrade our Void Blade.
Oh, you think he'll get ore soon enough? Oh,
Who knows?
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the point. I'm using a fiery
The
sword.
stone was still silent. His mind was his own.
Not that there was
and
much
his
of it.
heart, too. He bore them no ill will, these ravens. They were doing their job. They were expressing their nature. Dance, whirl, parry, jab, and breathe. It was all so simple, wasn't it? Something was missing. He didn't feel truly at peace. Wait. Wasn't this near where Calaveras lived? The sage would help him figure it all out.
Do we take this door? I think last time we went through here, right?
I believe so.
So, do we want to go through this one or take the platform?
With the thingy dudes, the hooks.
Which also leads us to a platform.
Oh, because we're taking this platform.
That goes up.
Ooh.
And another platform. Oh.
Hey, we could go to that chest.
Yeah, we can. And we can absolutely not murder the crowd out of some ravens.
No, we're just battling.
I love how I run, my sword just drags over the ground.
Build up heat.
It does.
Once, Reynardo had been to a dungeon where all the chests were locked. It was awful.
Oh, I know, right? Now you need to like ask your rogue constantly. Ugh, horrible. Ow, stop! Stop attacking me at the same time.
You thought?
It feels like they're speeding up with their attacks. The more you do, the higher level you are. It feels like the higher level they are.
Maybe to make like it a challenge.
I don't want a challenge. I want to be a hero.
Not too bad.
If I wanted a challenge, I'd play things like, what you call it? Elden Ring and all that.
Dark Souls?
Yeah, which I don't.
Me neither.
I played Elden
I
Ring,
like it.
and it turns out I was pretty good at it. Because I started out as one of those squalids without any powers. And I played through the game and I actually got through, like, what is it, Godfried, or the first boss. And I didn't have a maiden yet, because apparently you need to rest at a bonfire, which I only did because then enemies come back when I needed it, and I didn't need it. So the entire time I powered through the game without resting, and I come to the boss. I couldn't level up because I didn't know how it worked, because they don't explain anything.
Well, I know that you gather souls And then you go to the bonfire, and there should be an option to level up.
Only
and
if you have a
souls to buy.
maiden in Elden Ring.
Oh,
you
I know
get-
Dark Souls.
Yeah,
stuff
you get
more.
the maiden eventually. If you do that, you get to the maiden eventually. At one of the bonfires will be a maiden. But if you don't go to the bonfires... Oh. Oh. Can I...
Yeah, because I've watched people play Dark Souls and Bloodborne more than Elden Ring, so I know that system.
Yeah. So that's it how it was supposed to be in Elden Ring. So I didn't
There
know
was an
that.
engraving.
Maximum capacity, 130 people.
130 people.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people on that platform.
Yeah. Stack up, lads.
Everybody playing.
But yeah, I didn't have the maiden yet. I didn't go for the maiden because I didn't need the bonfire. And it was explained that if you use the bonfire, enemies come back. So I'm like, I don't want that.
But eventually you'll need them to come back.
Well, I didn't need them because I didn't need to heal at the bonfire either. So I didn't use one. My mistake, I know. Dear Zenobia, do you remember that expedition I have sent to the depths beneath the islands? They have returned. Well, 3 ships have returned out of the 8 I sent. Of course, I mourn the losses, but the knowledge of the survivors brought back is invaluable. What they experience is incredible. The air gradually grows denser and more turbulent until it becomes a suffocating, bone-crushing thunderstorm. But the islands keep stretching for miles below the surface. They have roots that radiate downwards, far beneath the sight. The islands are alive. This is the proof I was looking for. The thick air of the depths keep them afloat. And in the depths, do you find the sustenance? Do they have a conscience? Are they aware of our existence? Or are we merely parasites that they ignore or tolerate? I must prepare another expedition. This time I will go myself. I will need to see this wondrous world in the other sky. I hope you will visit me before I leave. I would like to see more or hear more of you and a new friend of yours, Reynardo. With love, Father. Ah.
Open, says me.
Should have pulled the lever again, but I didn't want to.
Oh. I just come back here.
You have to say that? Because I've never been hit so much in my entire existence. Poke.
That is a very cool sword.
Double
thought
tap.
Reynardo. No, seriously. He couldn't feel his paw anymore.
Energy on kill 2. That's nice.
Hey.
Elemental resistance 3. You know, the one we don't have equipped. That's nice. You want to know what we haven't leveled up to 3 yet? The ones we have equipped.
Guess the game can't be that nice. Like how you were destroying the ice thing.
The Iblis Stone, silenced by the Sky Ripper's core, had given Reynardo enough power to challenge the Imperial fleet. But what Reynardo was seeking was inner peace. The rebellion was on the verge of extinction. It would have to wait.
We're going the Kung Fu Panda route. Let's go. Oh, we can level. Ew. Maximum stamina. There we go.
At the end of the mountain path, he found the wise Calaveras in his workshop. Do you fix souls or only artifacts? He asked the sage.
Does your soul need fixing?
Asked the sage. I've been killing a lot of ravens lately, he told the sage.
You're a fox,
Said Calaveras.
and to kill birds is part of your nature. Just take joy in it. I mean, I might as well worry about eating flies. Would you like a fly?
It was true. That's what he had forgotten. The joy. Now he was ready for the final battle. The Farfarer cut through the clouds.
How do you come at peace? The
The
joy
air
of
never
killing
felt so
birds.
sweet
I
Yeah.
since he was a child.
There it was.
Yep.
The dreaded Imperial fleet. He could smell wet hemp ropes ahead, wood and tar, and ravens. Even the fleet smelt good, somehow. He was ready.
To be fair, he had to be reminded
He was ready.
that he was a fox. What, they don't have mirrors in this universe?
Apparently not.
Reynardo had it all squared away in his head.
He would kill the Emperor. Isengrim III had begun well, but he had gone mad. He was trying to invoke the lost gods by means of dark, blasphemous rituals.
Yep.
That was a secret. But the victims had spoken to Reynardo. The ghosts had spoken.
Oh dear.
No anger. Reynardo could not afford anger. It was empowering the crystal in his sword. That made him stronger, but it clouded his mind. He would not be a hero. A hero strives. Reynardo would just be one with everything. The Emperor would die, and the wheel would turn, and all would be restored without rancor, without sorrow, without pain.
Alright then. So yeah, we now have elemental resistance level 3, but don't worry, none of the ones I got equipped leveled up.
Man, Treasure Hunter must be really rare.
Yeah, but I think they're doing it on purpose. I also don't think actually the 1% is worth it, but you know, it's the thought that counts. Let's go! Oh wait, purple door. Did we open this last time, or did we not have the stick yet?
I don't think we had the stick yet.
Well, now we have stick.
He hadn't noticed
If we
that
did?
path before.
Oh. There we go.
Well, thank you, narrator, for informing us. We were right. Second, I hear something.
Okay. That'll work. That'll work real well. Hey, where's the other boat? Come on. Need to jump
I
on
heard
it.
something.
Yeah.
It was just the neighbor's loud car.
Don't worry. We just found another gem.
I saw a shield breaker just as I was
Yep.
taking off my headset.
Shield breaker level 3.
You complained enough. The game was like, here you go.
But the more he thought about it, and he had so much more time to think about it now that he was not worrying about the battle, killing the Emperor would not change anything. Another would take his place. Perhaps Zenobia. Perhaps the Speaker of the Rebel Council, and power would corrupt them too, and death would make grief. And grief would lead to hatred. He must lead by example. Reject the violence. Reject the desire to create violence. But how?
Did we become a Jedi?
Yeah. You're very zen. I get back up.
We. That did absolutely nothing. I just like to do that.
No skateboarding, the sign said.
Can you imagine hearing what's skateboarding?
There we go. So what are we going to do with the Emperor? Fricking heck. Stop shooting me! I'm trying to kill your Emperor! Oh wait, no, yeah. No, carry on.
I thought you weren't going to kill because I was just continuing the cycle of violence.
I was more of a Sith person myself, and you know it.
Soon
yeah.
he'd confront the Emperor.
No, you're
Again.
the most neutral Sith
This
ever.
time,
True.
he'd make an end of it. He'd screwed up last time, but he had a good feeling about this time.
He screwed up last time. Yeah.
Oh, that was kind of cool. It was fun watching you throw the enemy into the shield enemy so you dropped it.
Yup. Yeah,
I
that's
don't put
actually
the tactic.
That's actually originally how you have to take care of the shield enemies.
Now you don't have to.
Now I could just literally slap the shield right out of them. There we go. For some reason, I'm having the feeling I want to watch Kung Fu Panda. I don't know why. Can't explain.
Finally, he came to the Emperor's ship. The path behind him was strewn with dead ravens. The path to enlightenment. His mistake, he realized, was trying to change the world. The world would spin and the wheel would revolve whether he strove against it or not. What he had to do was nothing. He had attained enlightenment. He sat down, adopted a full lotus position,
Oh dear.
and began to meditate. And all around him, the warriors stopped fighting too. They knew. They could feel his enlightenment. They gave up fighting, dropped their weapons, and became his disciples. No, just kidding. The nearest raven stabbed him with a sword and then chopped off his head. I might not have thought this through properly. Thought Reynardo's head as it rolled around the deck and died.
What the heck?
And he hadn't learned anything new this time. He'd done the same thing twice, yet expected a different outcome.
Oh.
Technically, we did other things.
Yeah, well, technically, yeah. Although in the beginning we absolutely murdered the Emperor, now we didn't.
Yeah.
See, these are the endings that we have to this one, the Iblis Stone.
Okay, so now we have to start getting.
Yeah, we need technically these, and those are the endings to that one.
There would be a
I'll
way
do
to
one
do
more.
that. Reynardo could feel it. He'd have to explore choices he'd never made before he could figure it all out, though. And with that, the book's pages fluttered to the beginning once again. And he fell. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Reynardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Reynardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Reynardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Okay, so these are the things that we have. Let's go after Lapino again.
Yeah, let's see if we can change it.
Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. Lapino's frantic message said that the Ravens were going to kill him for being a rebel spy. And
that he had a clever plan. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse. Or so Lapino had told him over the far speaker anyway. Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled to Ravens?
There's also a lot more ravens now than there were, weren't there?
Yep.
Oh, I like this one. I'm stopping time every time.
The Ravens had taken the town. Reynardo had seen villages emptied like this. All the people taken away to be sacrificed in the Emperor's secret rituals. Reynardo hoped the people were just hiding.
We could go down. It's also here. Oh, we can go behind houses.
Oh, just at a dash, thought Reynardo. Reynardo thought
Now
of
we
the
can actually
Iblis
see
stone
more.
and shivered. He had no business messing with ancient, cruel artifacts. What he needed was his friends around him. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't you?
I love clear eyes, full house. Oh, that can't beat it. Well, no, we can't.
Magical jewel.
Hey!
Reynardo couldn't wait to find a workbench.
I wonder how much more of a percentage boost it is.
2.
Wow, 2 whole %.
Wanna bet? It's gonna be something stupid like that. Something
Maybe
low and
3.
low-key hilarious, you know? Because I think that one is a red herring. I mean, it doesn't stop me from having it equipped, mind you.
Reynardo smash!
Okay, that one took me. That one took me out. Whoop.
That it necessarily doesn't really boost anything.
Yeah, it just gives you a percentage. Hello. Can I help you? Thank you.
Like that chest, thank you very much. Oh, we're so close to the ore number.
Oh yeah,
Or are we? Are we? I keep forgetting the number of ores we need.
100. We need 100 ore.
Well, go smash more.
Oh, here.
If he ever
There
had
you
a
go.
castle, he was going to hide his stuff better.
And a workbench. So, we can upgrade this one. Freezes the enemy, also freeze surrounding, but I want to increase my speed even further. Because I love how it now looks.
Oh, I like how it sparkles.
Oh. We should look at the, let's see. 2%, told you.
Wow.
You couldn't hack this kind of firewall. You had to warm it up to you.
Oh, okay. I mean, that is a very good explanation of which sword you need to use, but come on. You stop laughing.
I like puns.
Nothing funny was ever said ever.
Could you move a tad faster?
Oh. There we go. Energy,
The
and
rock felt pot in his
Attack
hand.
speed.
He could feel its secret power.
Now that one might actually be like a game-changing boost. Instead of this one. Attack speed, oh, 15%. What do you think, Saf? Do we have to go rare loot chance by 2%? Or give attack speed 15%?
You have to admit, even at that small amount, you've been getting pretty good loot.
Oh yeah. The only one who I don't do is this one. Because your hits causes shield grunts to take damage and propel away their shields like a projectile. That is true. I like what we have on.
I mean, it's been working.
It has, it has.
He could learn new skills. If only he'd take the time to figure out which.
Alright. Well, it's actually a very smart one to learn a new skill. That one, that's the one I need. Every time I'm hit, they kind of like clump onto me. And that's what usually gets me killed, because then I can't like block the others. Oh, I need to jump in a well. Yay! We need to figure out...
Died.
Yeah, just... Ow. We haven't been here, I feel like. To be fair, it was like the first story we went through.
Yeah, I think we have been.
It's very mushroomy.
It looks familiar, but that doesn't mean...
Doesn't look familiar to me at all.
Oh, maybe it is.
This is all mushroomy and moist.
Your boots are all wet now.
Where did that go?
We'll worry about that after the battle. There we go.
Ooh.
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino.
Well, unless he really was a traitor, obviously. Then they'd probably pin a medal on his chest.
Dear Zenobia, how are you enjoying the academy? New friends must already be flocking around you, no doubt. Here in the palace, things are the same. I have much time to dedicate to my special hobby. I'll be collaborating with Professor Calaveras and his team of experts to investigate the nature of the islands. My gut is telling me that the islands are alive. I think they have a will of their own. Do you hear me, daughter? Our world could be more than floating masses of rock and water. Professor Calaveras and his boys have already made measurements. The islands are drifting, surrounded by the endless sky. It is difficult to notice, but through the careful measurement of the wind and over long periods of time, they are certain that the islands are moving westwards. But where to? It may take centuries, millennia to reach the destination. I have this strange idea. What are the islands of some sort of herd? And that they are deliberately searching for another herd of islands. Could you imagine? New islands with their own inhabitants? The thought that we may not be alone. Oh, if only I could live long enough to witness the event. With love, Papa. Huh, just a flock of islands. Just happy tiny little islands
Reynardo
moving their happy
remembered
way.
when he'd first stolen one of these. Good times.
There you go.
Excellent. We are doing well. I think as soon as we have like the others equipped to the point that we want to, we can technically unequip them. You know, we can unequip our treasure hunter one.
Because then you'll have what you actually needed.
Yeah. There he is.
Dirty and bloody, Reynardo finally reached Lupino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Reynardo recognized the cards. It was Lupino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, we see this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia.
We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows,
And that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer, and oh, his only daughter? That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
I think with this time I'm gonna go after Zenobia.
Yeah.
I know this is the one that we technically haven't done from this version. Now, for the sake of... we could get the truth-finding icons on. Oh good, which are none of these. Oh, that's nice.
Zenobia wasn't just the Emperor's daughter, of course. She'd been Reynardo's best friend in Sword Fu school. And you're
I love
still
Sword
mad
Fu.
for her. The rabbit reminded him. They'd been close. She'd told him things no one else knew. But she'd never told him who she really was.
She knows all the Emperor's plans, chuckled the Master Spy.
She won't give them up easily,
She'll tell the interrogators, all right,
said Lapino. Taking her would change the game, all right.
The city was already under Zenobia's control. I had to admire her efficiency. Reynardo shivered at the thought of Zenobia at the mercy of the interrogators. Could he really turn her over to them? But this was war. It wasn't meant to be pretty.
It was. Still, capture Zenobius.
Why would anyone put his slinky collection in a strongbox, thought Reynardo. Are they magic slinkies? Oh, and there was something else.
Yeah, some more. Also, I'd have my Slinky collection in a strong box. Don't you know Slinkies are? They're amazing.
Thinky.
And you don't see them often anymore.
No. Or if you do, they're like really cheap plastic that doesn't really work anymore.
Yeah, that.
The city was burning, and there was no one to put out the fires. If somehow Zenobia survived her father and inherited his crown, what sort of empire would she be heir to? But he couldn't think about that, could he?
Huh.
Because I still see them, it's just they're weird plastic that doesn't really do anything anymore.
Oh, you know, I got a Slinky on my desk here.
Aw. I don't remember what happened to my old
hey.
Slinky.
There's couple of red spots on your feathers. Oh, wait. Not yet.
Also, I will be right back. I really need to use the
Oh, you go for it.
I'll be right back.
Alright. I must say, this sword is amazing. I love the way how we just go fast. Normally I'm more of like a damage dealer than going fast, but, you know, if you have the damage, might as well speed up. I've had the entire conversation with other friends of mine as well. They said, no, damage is better or speed is better. And I had to remind them, technically, neither. Because if you go fast...
Convince a firewall you're its friend.
I don't know, how do you... Because if you can go fast, you can do your damage of your sword multiple times. But if you just upgrade the damage, you'll do that just very, very well and efficient. Ow! We're on fire! Ah! So technically... Well, Saf's gonna be happy to see that one. So technically there's no, like, correct answer. To be fair, I'm also a very big believer that there is no correct answer to play a game as long as you're having fun. That is the most correct answer of all. Because once you stop having fun, it's all over. Now, if anyone has any suggestions as to where the other part would be...
urging him to capture Zenobia. Obviously it was a trap. But you never knew how Lapino thought. Sometimes his plans were so convoluted they did the exact opposite to what Lapino wanted. Yeah, there must be some way to play on that, Reynardo thought.
You never knew where the road would take you, thought Reynardo.
That's the one we needed. think we're gonna go down in the sewers this one time. Because we can. So why not? Because I think the original Lapino quest brings us over there. So might as well jump into the sewers, right? Where everything is moist and disgusting. Oh. Ugh.
Reynardo hated gogglers, but it freaked him out to cut them.
To be fair, it freaked me out at the beginning as well. Gogglers, what a name. Okay, so this just leads to there, which is a normal place where we should go. So we shouldn't go there, because we already know that underneath all of this crud lies a portal.
The right jewel could really give you an edge. The wrong, well, it still looked pretty, didn't it?
I mean, yeah. Being a person that has just a few gems on his desk, yeah, they do look pretty.
So, what's this plan of yours?
Use me as bait, said Lapino. And he outlined a slightly complicated plan that involved geese, a net, setting the Farfarer a little bit on fire, Lapino dressing as an old blind toad, and Reynardo hiding inside a monstrous watermelon. What could possibly go wrong? Thought Reynardo.
Oh yeah, this weird plan. Let's not
Haven't
go
missed
for it.
anything.
Oh, go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sure you know better, said Lapino.
So what did I miss?
I will show you soon. First of all, we did not go with the hairplane
Ooh,
brain
this
scheme.
gauntlet looks swell with
Okay.
that jewel in it.
Second of all, we now have 3%. 3
Whoa.
full energy on kill, full shield breaker. So we're gonna swap this one to the full attack speed.
Well, there.
We got some
That's
gems.
good.
That being said, we can also jump poke this big purple door.
Yeah. That's a slap looking raven.
That done beautifully.
Wow.
Where was a bard when you needed one?
Ah. And we could do physical resistance.
Oh, more reading.
Dear Zenobia, as you read this letter, you are locked in your chambers that I had to spend your last night before. Well, you know, I will not apologize, but I know you're too proud to forgive me. Also know you won't resist reading through You Are a Cat, as much as I have tried to educate you like a proper toad. I swear to you. I swear to you, and you will have to believe me, that I did not plan for all this when I adopted you. You have always been my special little kitten. That is why I'm writing this now, weeks in advance. I knew it would not go to the heart to do it at night before the sacrifice. Sacrifice? If I think of you and my daughter, then I may change my mind. I must think I am selfish, and you must think I am selfish. And yes, I am a selfish, sad little toad that is afraid to die. But what I am doing will ultimately serve the greater good. I want the power. I want it all, so I will keep my subjects content. Peace for eternity. Even if you hate me now, you can still respect that. You have to. It is the only way I can forgive myself for doing this to you. I will miss you for eternity. Tomorrow, try not to make a scene. Everything will be alright. Still with love,
Well, damn.
Father.
Damn.
So,
Reynardo had been the terror of the sandcastles when he was 2.
wow. Sacrifices? Also, yeah. I wonder if there's a higher than level 3, because we haven't found it yet. But increase resistance by 30. We can actually become resistant to almost everything if we equip these.
Oh, up to you. Do you want to, like...
If I forgo my
Slap more.
speed and do not give by 5% of my energy back, we can do very well for ourselves. I mean, mind you, not my style. too late. Oh well.
Like, do you mind?
Oh well. That's really
Maybe
nice.
heal attack? Oh yeah.
And then back to the purple sword, because purple is best. So we are not going with the harebrained scheme.
Reynardo slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. Where were her guards?
Which gives us a
Finally,
different one.
he reached her bedroom. She was curled up on her bed. Oh, he'd forgotten how beautiful she was. How sleek. How soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword. She became smoke. And he noticed he had a blade to his throat. Stay a while. Heard a familiar
listen.
voice. Did you really think you could capture me? Zenobia said as her ship lifted off. Now I just wanted some privacy. Reynardo said, did you ever wonder why the Emperor adopted you? And he told her why. His
Yeah,
Imperial
'cause
Majesty
we've read
wanted
that.
to bring the lost gods back. They could make him immortal. But to seal the bargain, he needed a sacrifice. Someone who truly loved him. You're lying. She was furious. You can't prove that.
I can.
Can.
And so they set sail for the Nexus.
Hey, we got the new area.
Hey.
New truths, I hope at least.
Well,
The
considering you just
scientists at the
found out
observatory have resurrected one
the
of his
Emperor was
victims.
just like, I'll sacrifice her.
He's not exactly alive, but he can talk, and he can't lie. You took a big risk. You know, I could just cast a spell to make you tell me where the rebel base is. And you wouldn't consider that cheating? She frowned. Ugh, fine. Let's go get your witness. The rebellion had started after atrocities that the Empire hushed up. Reynardo had rescued a priest whose order had been massacred for one book. He had slept in
Wow.
a burnt village. Dead kittens and puppies had come to tell him what the Emperor had done to them.
Let's go here. We can open that now.
Yeah.
But we need
Oh,
ice
see where it's
stick.
going.
Maybe I should follow my nose, thought Reynardo.
I could, but can't breathe anything because of the rain and all that.
Oh.
Ah, there's not much here, is there?
There's something special up top?
Maybe. Whew. You know, if it was me, actually, I would halfway this stairs, I'd give up.
Me too. Like, yeah.
Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
God dang it.
I get the.
Ha, ha, ha. Goodbye, Charles.
Oh.
At school, we learned the gospel of the transcendent emperor. The last divinity that pierced the sky. He would banish the evil old gods. He'd grant us the gift of time. But could one man, divine as him may be, create something as intricate as time? I have my own theory. I believe that time is a symptom rather than a gift. I'm convinced that on a cosmic scale there's a pendulum motion between order and chaos. The transcendent emperor ended chaos and started the age we live in, an age of cause and effect, of fact and logic. Time is merely the tapestry upon which these laws manifest themselves. It is the foundation of order's compendium. Entropy. But in the age of chaos, when the old gods reign, perception carries more weight than facts. Emotion can shape the world, and time ceases to exist. The age of order is ending. I am merely helping the inevitable entropy be broken. Fate has been breached. The end of time is coming, and I shall embrace it. Emperor Isengrim III. Frog. We keep finding like the Emperor's secret journals.
Yeah, who keeps spreading his journal?
Oh my
about
god, are we reading his diary? I'm sorry. What?
Just that accent.
It's just a question. I think we are.
Oh yeah. But how did his like diary get spread out?
That is true. However, I still feel like such a bitch.
Well, I mean, he's trying to be a bitch right now.
Ah, that bitch.
I mean, he's gonna sacrifice his daughter.
Bitch. Ah! Absolute bastard. I mean, what happened to the time slowing down I got? There we go.
Oh, I like how the crystals are floating.
Let me,
Heal just a tad.
yeah, just a little bit. Let me use Force Healing, which is a skill that nobody else can use, but I can without proper training or anyone ever needed to tell me to.
She caught up with him. Don't you think I'd know if my father started practicing black magic? Why? Would you want to join in? Oh, no, I'd destroy his books and... All right, I suppose I wouldn't.
She stopped, troubled. He ran on.
Alright, do we take the platform? Or well, technically this has a place to go back, so this should just lead to a chest.
Yeah.
It was at this location that I figured out that if there is a way to go back, it's probably just a chest.
Mm-hmm.
Reynardo had
Well, it's good
always
to check out
wanted a
the chest
flying
anyway.
carpet. This was more like a flying tabletop, but it would do.
I'd be so afraid to actually fly on this thing in real.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, I'm sitting in the center. I'm sitting down.
Sitting down, I'm sitting on the ground looking at some other people flying upwards on that
Reynardo
thing. I'm
had
not
been
going.
searching for a way to save the rebellion. Lapina wanted to capture and interrogate Zenobia. But if he could show her proof of her father's madness, maybe she would join the rebellion.
I think the storm is here.
You can't really reason with an energy ball, he thought.
I always get hit by the first energy ball. Because you have to pull the lever.
Maybe it's just like, you gotta get hit anyway.
Kind of, because as soon as you pull the lever, you are going to get hit.
No energy buffing for you.
Ooh. There were two of them coming up to me at the same time. We can't have that.
Fire.
Bastards. All of them.
Oh,
Every
okay.
single one of them.
You still have to. You still have to upgrade one of the swords, right?
Yeah, the ice one.
So you still probably need about 100.
100 on the door.
I don't know if I'm hearing little wind things in the game from
It's
you
in the game.
or outside.
In the game, we're at the stormy area.
Okay. There's also a storm outside.
Also, that's an
is
eyeball.
throwing me off.
The
Yeah.
observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The Ravens had taken care to burn the reanimated witness to cinders.
Zenobia stared around, shocked. The scientists had been neutral. They had no part in the rebellion. "Take me to your council," she said, shaken. "I have things to tell them." It was what Reynardo had gambled on. The Zenobia would turn against her father once she knew his madness. But the rebel base was secret. Could he really risk taking the Emperor's daughter there?
Apparently we are going there, because see, Dad has the new thing.
Yeah.
Reynardo reached Lupino by Farspeaker Toad.
No, we should take her to the base,
Insisted Lupino. "No, I don't trust her. Nobody changes sides that fast," said Reynardo.
I better go to the base. Let them know you've got her,
Lupino said.
For some reason, Reynardo wasn't sure that was a good
Also,
idea.
Lupino sounds different.
"Just meet me at the far side of the mountains. There's
Yeah.
a shuttle here I can take,"
Always has to be your way, doesn't it?
said Lupino.
He suddenly sounds like very heavy.
Is that supposed to be on purpose?
I think so.
Zenobia was still shaking. Out. I didn't know, she said.
That's okay.
The Ravens kept it secret. At first they sacrificed prisoners, then villages near the frontier, and then an orphanage. Kittens and puppies. Sometimes he'd come back to the palace and it was like there were glowing things behind his eyes. But I was so busy. "I'll clear a path for us," Reynardo told Zenobia, "so the Ravens don't see you."
Meet up at Lapis Lazuli.
We gotta try to keep an eye out for doors.
Ow!
Oh.
Oh.
Don't mind me. I gotta heal.
Ooh, sparkly, thought Reynardo.
Gods, that hurt. There we go. Suddenly he doesn't want to grab me anymore. I mean, it's the Mass Effect problem, kind of, you know? There's one button that does it all.
But then everything screws up.
Yup. But still, it worked out so far. Just the more skills you get,
Building these
the more that
platforms
one
was
button
so
will do.
expensive, they'd run out of budget
Yeah.
for guardrails.
And then you have to make sure between tapping it and holding it and everything else.
Let's go this way this time.
I wonder what they're finding. Now you wonder if those readable things, are showing up because we're finding more truths? Or is it just, like, random?
It's not random, it's that originally I couldn't open those doors. They're always behind like ice or
Okay, I'll be
doors.
upgraded. Okay. Probably because, like, it takes the longest to get those particular swords, so then you find out the truth later. Because it was kind of sucky if you learned all the truth too early.
Go.
Zenobia came up as he massaged his sore arm. Her eyes were wet. He's been saying strange things. He asked me to do experiments, and some were wrong. "They are banished, right?" said Reynardo. "Gone forever. I mean, he couldn't actually bring the old gods back, could he?" She didn't answer him. That frightened him more than anything.
I think he might actually be able to.
guys ever learn to swing dance? Oh, well, too late.
Alright, well, we done that one and that one, so platform time, I guess?
I guess so.
Whee!
Now can we get to the place with the door down?
Who knows? We could at least get to the place with the chest, which is really nice.
Hmm.
Which houses more ore.
And we're about halfway there.
We are halfway there. We have 52.
Okay.
There we go. Whoop. Very important. More ore.
Yeah. I'll eventually get there.
I love the bird noises where you go up like. Now, I forgot what the bird was that they kept using, but there's like a bird noise that they constantly use in like jungles. That noise. And it shouldn't actually be there. But it's just...
Guess it just sounds mysterious enough for that area, whether it's correct or not.
Yeah, no, it does. And it's never correct, but, you know, it's very well-known noise.
I guess your average person wouldn't think about it as much.
I didn't think about it either until I heard it.
Thought Reynardo. How intriguing.
Whee!
Oh, whoa.
Does look pretty here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're all
I like
floating
it.
islands.
They're herd of island.
Right, you remember the turn end of 8. We've already read this, so...
Yeah.
Ow, I have to kill
Give
them.
me a lever, said Archimedes, and I shall open a gate.
There we go. This time I was clever enough to also...
Frick it off.
I was zipping all over the place. For a moment I didn't even realize where I was.
Oh hey, it was deliberate.
No, it certainly was not. But that's okay.
Felt a
Oh,
little
trying to make it
better.
sound cooler.
Reynardo wondered if he should have taken Zenobia to the rebel base for real. Maybe she wasn't playing him after all. After the bleak talk about the Emperor's dark secrets, he is regretting his suspicion.
Yeah, but I'm not regretting the bunny, though.
Yeah.
Which one is it? The last second. So that's what I've been doing constantly. I've been like doing it at the last possible second. Let's see, the enemy dash move through. I'm gonna be able to dash through enemies, because that's just fun.
They came up on an empty shack. He gestured her in. Where's the base? She asked, confused. I thought we could talk a bit.
outburst.
Oh, you think I'm playing you? She was furious. I'm betraying my father who picked me out of an alley, and you think I'm playing you?
She lashed out. Her claws sliced fire into his
Can you
face.
blame him?
Energy boiled in her other paw. But before she could kill him, he slashed his sword into her heart.
She staggered. I could have loved you. You son of a bitch. And then she died.
Reynardo stood there for hours, unable to move. Finally, a ship landed near him. Lapino had brought the Farfarer. On board the Farfarer, Lapino couldn't stop grinning. I can't believe you actually killed her. Why didn't I trust her? Reynardo said. All he could feel was emptiness. You killed the Emperor's daughter. You might want to run for it, if you care whether you live or die, that is. Since Reynardo didn't, he grabbed the wheel, and he sailed for the Imperial fleet.
Oh dear lord. I love that we always end up at the Imperial fleet.
Reynardo had never felt worse.
Well, it is the end
Zenobia
game.
had listened to him.
Well, for most of the stories anyway.
He had trusted him. She'd opened her eyes to her father's evil. And
Let's do
everything
this.
he had hoped for. He had taken her to a dirty shack. Was he so used to lying that he couldn't trust even the girl he had always loved?
To be fair, we say dirty shack, but that's where the sage
Don't get ahead
lived.
of yourself, lad.
Yeah.
It was like, I love dirty shack. That's where the frog sage was. I mean, they're all dead now
think it was
because
that
remember,
dirty.
all the Raven got killed, but still.
I always thought it was a bit more, like, maybe dusty, not necessarily dirty, okay.
I was gonna say too. What, did the frog not clean up after himself or something?
Maybe not.
Was he a dirty frag? Which
Maybe
is
he was a dirty frog.
All the artisans he was creating employment for. Truly, he was a job creator.
yeah, keep telling yourself that. It's been a while since we were actually at like full health.
Like, I need more ores.
I do. 65. I mean, we're not gonna have enough ore to get the last one up and running.
Well, we got plenty of stories to unlock.
Yep. Which, to be fair,
Reynardo wondered what he could make with all this ore and essence. Oh, right. Probably a sword.
come on, bird. There we go. I mean, I love that you say probably a sword, but I don't think so. Because we've made all the swords and we only need one, and that near requires
The
100.
new pathway made Reynardo curious.
Hey, curiosity killed the cat. Oh, I'm sorry.
Like, too soon, man, too soon.
I never know when it's too soon. Did we read this one? Fight! Protect! Succeed! Never forget what you're fighting for. Emperor brings peace, prosperity, stability to the islands. Before my grandfather brought humanity, it was each animal for himself. The strong would eat the weak, and that was the only law. The rebels would destroy our great empire. They spread lies about justice and equality and pretend that the power cannot be shared. But justice and equality can only be achieved through an iron hand. Harsh punishment of crimes until there is no more crime. To control everyone's wealth, there is no more greed. To crush every voice of dissent until there's harmony. These principles are the pillars that I have set for our empire. The alternative is to return to Barbary. You must fight for your empire, protect its values. You are to fight the last line of defense against darkness. You cannot fade. Fight, protect, succeed. Emperor Eisenkrim III, Frog. I like these little things with the Emperor. Hey, and he's still a better Emperor than in Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're both messed up.
Hello? I want you.
Look at your chest.
Ooh, sparkly.
Wow,
thought
that was it.
Reynardo.
I think without that gem, we're not getting any more gems.
Yeah. But we got what we really wanted. Up to what we think is the max level.
Could be that it's not.
Ooh.
I mean, you never know. What if it's not?
A very clever engineer named Elon Muskrat had got his start making floating platforms.
I guess we'll eventually
Do
see
that.
Did you hear that one?
Yeah.
I get that one. And I don't usually get references, but I got that one.
He could see the rebels reeling back as he plunged into the ranks of the Ravens. He'd had to kill the girl he loved. But he'd also blown the biggest opportunity they could have had to turn the Emperor's daughter against him. Oh, Reynardo could only laugh miserably. He was taking crazy chances now, swinging wildly. He expected the Ravens to take him at any moment, but they were running in fear. No one wants to fight a man who doesn't care if he lives. No one wants to fight a hero.
Did I finally become a hero? Input Shrek's song here. God. And then to think some people were actually convinced, no, that's the song from Shrek. I'm like, that song existed before Shrek.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a lot of people who actually didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
A little color looks good on you.
Oh, there was another song. It's like, it belongs in this. It's like, no. It was before.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, it's like, the song is much older than the movie. But it's in the movie, yes.
Yeah, because they got the copyrights for it.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, Reynardo's fighting like a man possessed.
Soon he'd confront the Emperor.
You know, a man with
Funny
nothing
that this whole
to do.
war had come about because the Emperor feared
Nothing
death.
to lose.
Yup.
Now it was coming for him. There was some sort of lesson there, wasn't there?
Uh-oh. We've had this, though.
Oh, the fire sword is cool and all, but all those lights flickering.
I know. But also fire good. There we go.
How will this end?
I like that bird, though. Alright. Let's go and get ourselves
He was
killed, shall we?
exhausted. Could barely think. He wanted to stop thinking. The rebels were already finished, and he was the last. The Ravens were coming for him personally now, in waves. It didn't matter. He was slick with his own blood, but it didn't matter. In the distance, he could see her, embraced by a halo of light, holding her hand out to him. Had she forgiven him? Would she take him to the halls of the Valiant? Then he felt steel in his belly, and his chest, and his back. And he lay down, and he couldn't see her anymore.
Well, that's mildly
He should
depressing,
go
isn't it?
back to some of the choices
Yeah.
he'd faced before. Maybe there were new paths that had opened up. Like those doors he was opening up all over the map that took him to new treasures and around his enemies. But he'd learned another true thing. Zenobia still had feelings for him.
And we have all the truth. And I don't know what that
happens next.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what that does, but there's new things to
The
unlock.
book's pages fluttered to the beginning once again. Faster than before? And he fell. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base.
Oh, Jesus.
Had surfaced.
Wrong button.
Yeah.
Reynardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course.
Oh.
Reynardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion.
The key.
And he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
But this is where I'm gonna end it.
I'm guessing it's saved.
It should be. It should save after every story.
Okay,
Last time it even
just
saved
wanted
when we
to-
picked one. Because it saved at the beginning of the temple.
Okay.
If we're gonna do this next time, and I think we're gonna do this one more time to figure out what is behind it and finally get like an end to the big book.
Mm.
But yeah, I still really like this game. I know it's a lot of repeats, and normally I'm not much for that, but in this kind of fashion, I like it. Then again, I've
Yeah,
always
'cause-
loved choose your own storybooks.
Oh, me too. I used to get them all the time at my library.
They are amazing.
Oh. I always had to make like bookmarks in there because it's like I kept backtracking constantly.
Ah, no, right. But yeah, thank you for being here with us, Colleen.
Yeah, no problem. It was fun again. Thanks
And-
for letting me choose stuff.
Yeah, of course. You can choose an adventure. I mean, you're here anyway. Might as well.
Yeah.
Also, I kind of do this with you because, like you said, you also love to choose your own adventure books. So I'm like, yeah, let's go through it together. For the people that have stuck to the end, tomorrow I will not be streaming. My boss man is going with everyone to a lovely outing of a musical, I believe. I'm taking the missus with me, so she will not be streaming in my stead either. Go watch Awesome Chips if you haven't. I think he's streaming tomorrow. Who knows? I could never...
I'm his screen
Never
partner,
remember.
and I can barely remember when he goes, and work can also pop up for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Suddenly.
Work is just like, hey, come. He's like, ow, threats. So yeah, if you haven't, follow him as well. And the next one after Mass Effect, was we will be finishing Mass Effect 3, I believe, pretty soon. Thinking so. It is one of the biggest ones, but, you know, with all of the killing that's gone over, I don't think Earth can handle very much more, so we will need to put an end to it soon.
Yes.
After that, I was thinking of playing Final Fantasy 15 for anyone who is interested in that. Let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know in the comments below. And hopefully you'll all join us in the next one as well. Goodbye.
Bye.